Hi, good evening. I am Abhilash and I am a UPSC mentor for Civil Service Examination. Welcome to today's session. So, either you are in
Hi,
the
good
interactive
evening.
session in
I am Abhilash.
uh, and I am this Zoom, or you will be watching it in your YouTube as the recording. So, however it is, my intention today is to make you understand about this exam approach towards this exam. I also assume that many of you may be, first timer. They are not aware about exam, and many of you might be also like uh, repeaters who would have in fact given the prelims exams multiple times or mains or even crossed interview. So there is whole lot of differences in your uh, perspective towards this exam. So first and foremost, today is 17th of July is also considered as World Emoji Day. And I'm sure you are of this generation and you understand what is emoji. This is considered as one of the world's newest conversation language. Hence, we celebrate this day. And some or other way, this is also the technique of anchoring each day as a memory in your brain. So that's the reason I start with a day, and the entire calendar is filled with such celebratory day where we mark celebration to it. I'm sure all of you must be using this emoji day, so one day dedicated to it. So happy World Emoji Day. So with that, let me start about this session. This session will be of around 40 to 45 minutes, out of which 10-15 minutes will be on context making of the career and the clarity about the career. And the last 10 to 20 minutes will be about what do you call um, the mains answer writing special. Okay. So there are many things where I would consider that, like any of the class you attend, any of the you have a pen and paper with you so that you can write the pointers. Anything you want to discuss, chat, you put it in the chat. Wherever, when I take a break in between, I will read those chat and try to answer. Or otherwise, after the session is over, I will answer everything. It is a live interactive session. It is no recording today. So weekly, every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. I come live, and definitely many of you would have also come through the Instagram or WhatsApp message through that. So I will also talk about the entire plan and activity which I have to offer you to start off with. So a little bit about me. Before me, I would also want to welcome all the people who have enrolled for the GS Foundation program through daily email. Many of you who have enrolled 2, 3, 4 days back before, they would have also started, their emails would have started coming at 5 a.m. Many of you might have felt that I filled the form, but still nothing is coming. So please check your spam folder once. You have to confirm your email ID, and only then, that two-step process, only then the enablement happen, and every day 5 a.m. the mail comes. You have to mark the email ID as safe from spam so that, or save it in your contacts so that it comes in the primary. People who are in Google Gmail, there is so many folders. There is a promotional folder, there's a social folder, there is an update folder, and apart from primary folder and spam folder. So the email somehow they get delivered in different folder many a time. But if you save the contact, add star to it, it comes to you. I hope you have seen the email and you can understand what is the pattern, because it is completely new. It is something designed to help your self study itself. I do not claim those are coaching classes, or they are not like that. There are no classes, they're nothing like that. It is something when you are studying, it will boost your self study. And as a mentor, my intention is that you go without any doubt, you have the clarity of fundamentals, and you proceed to this UPSC preparation with a structure which is trackable, and which is also you are able to improve every time with each attempt. If you do not track and measure your efforts, how will you know that next time what you are going to do? Where the challenge came? How did you overcome that? All that stories come through that. So with that, one of the first and foremost thing, when we take this exam, we consider or prepare for this exam, we consider it as a tapasya. It is like one of the meditative being where this becomes the world. Because the cycle of exam is such, one cycle almost takes 15 months, and it becomes a loop, the number of attempts you have. And suddenly you see that the formative years of your life, your youth, is gone in preparation. So many a time, 2 3 years just goes like that, and while the life also is passing at the same rate. So the decision or the fight is not with the you and examination. It is between you and yourself. Because when you decided you wanted to pursue this field, you were around 17 18 19 years. But when you are giving this exam and preparing and attempting, you are 21 22 23 24 25, as per wherever your eligibility and attempts are. So there are two different ages in which a decision was taking something in 17 18 years, and action for it is being taken in 21 22 23 24 years. So that's why it's a very difficult way to add. Sometimes, yeah, it is my commitment to myself. How can I say no? I will keep on giving attempt like that. So mine becomes like that. So we will not go in that scenario, because why? uh, I mentioned this is a self discovery journey. The story also is all about how you have raised up your standard. You would have heard many topper stories in the recent movie 12th Fail, that fail. People who have not done well in their schooling become IAS, and kind of the story becomes as if something great is achieved academically. It is not that. It is not the academic, it's not an academic exam. This exam is a career for public service. So even if you are not good at your studies in your school time, if your heart beats for public service, if you feel that that's where your life is, you will rise up to the occasion. You will increase your potential. Things you do not do, have never done, will do that. The things like changes happen like that. So the whole story is all about the strategic approach and how confident or believe you have in yourself during the entire examination journey. Before I take up the session, little bit about myself. Also, you must have a trust. भाई हम क्यों सुन रहे हैं? Why am I attending this person? Who is he? And why should I, give my time, precious time? So I am somebody who has walked the path, who has given this exam in 2007, 8, 9, 10. That time there were 4 attempts for general category and 2 optional. I qualified this exam in 2008 attempt, and but due to some reason, governmental reason, the service allocation could not happen, so I could not finally become a bureaucrat. But then I joined in other capacity in government uh, positions and ministries. That is separate. During my preparation years, I was constantly scoring high in essay and geography optional. Because those days those scores used to come in the UPSC gate itself. Outside you go, and now you see internet, like your scorecard you only know. But earlier you can go to the front of UPSC gate, and the notice board will have everybody's roll number, name, and details. So I'm not claiming this, but this is what was spoken during those days. And as it happens that you have given so much effort, many people take your reference, that they want to take your guidance. So with that, I thought I'll start something professionally. So I was a faculty in IS Gurukul, one of the institutes in New Delhi, and I was also one of the initial contributor of Vision IS. Whatever you see, this test series and prelims, mains, and those notes and everything, the those things. I was a part of those editorial team. And then my kind of life took a purpose, that why I wanted to do this and all that. And I kind of dedicated myself towards career change maker, and talking about youth employability and all that. And in the same regard, I was part of, as a ministerial position, group A officer in National Career Service, Ministry of Labor and Employment. This is the project under which employment exchange were digitalized, and NCS portal was made. And then I also served as a strategic manager with an NSTC, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and managing Skill India. And I was also with project manager as FICCI, as an industry chamber, where industry engagement and uh, kind of making industry academia, bridging industry academia was my job role. So where I kind of created India's first center of excellence for career counseling with partnership of FICCI and Samsung. So I have been in this era of where I feel the youth is the prominent contributor, and it's not just one exam that can decide their capability, but the platform they decide to contribute. So if they want to contribute in government platform, then the best of the best services is UPSC, or otherwise you can go for the state services as well, or the PSUs. And if they want to, contribute in a private capacity, then there are so many things to which contribute in nation building in private capacity as well. And after this 2015 Startup India, Stand Up India, we see that even in the individual capacity or the startup category, you can be on your own and contribute, start job creator like that. So the world has changed, and with that, my way of contribution was here that many of my previous students who are now in service, when they were giving, all interview and all that, they kind of said, why don't you do it formally? So I also took a step of becoming an entrepreneur, and I kind of dedicated this initiative of Elevate IS from last year itself. But before that, I was doing something without my name coming in front. That was called in 2014. I launched reviseforis.com, our online portal, where it was initially essentially helping on the revision of prelims examination. And so that was one of these, where I was constantly in touch with the UPSC preparation and also interview preparation. So interview preparation, I have been there contributing for a long time. So that's how I've been in touch with that. But anyway, now this is the dedicated way of doing it. So that's about me. So I hope that brings a little bit authenticity that why you are attending this session, and I'm not just somebody who's just passing by, or just not to trust being a trustworthy. You can actually, it's not just about this exam, but bringing the best out of you for best contribution. That's where I kind of help in. As I mentioned, maybe ये एग्जाम होगा, maybe कुछ और एग्जाम होगा, लेकिन जिंदगी में करना तो बहुत कुछ है. तो life is big. It's not just one exam. So what is the motivation source of Indian youth specifically? ये तो आप मेरा ये रहा है कि मूवीज से बड़े और सोशल मीडिया में आजकल यूट्यूब यूट्यूब में जो सीरीज वेब सीरीज एंड ऑल से पीपल गेट इंस्पायर्ड अलॉट today's generation. So your 12th fail has been one of the most contributing, where people have kind of, the story of success has been written of how he became IPS with so all the challenges of economically and so many things. Some from unawareness to becoming an IPS. Then there was a series called Aspirant, and unfortunately, fortunately, the protagonist name was Abhilash Sir only, Abhilash IAS. And somehow, many when that was released, I was not aware, and many felt that it is my story itself. I said, no, it is not mine, but a name sense coincidence that any which way, I think it was destined that some or other Abhilash will become IAS. So maybe that's the reason why this happened. And other things are many talk we talk about, like parents speak, the kind of power and prestige the IAS has or the civil servants have, and all these reels where they show all these beacon vehicles going around and that thing. So these are also attractive quotient which kind of help us to create a gauge ki nahi, मैं IAS बनूंगा. In fact, one of the most common answers when somebody tops 10th class, you ask the person what you want to do in future, the fataksa the reply will come, I want to become IAS. So what does IAS do? Nobody is aware about what they do or what civil servants does. But the colonial hangover or the colonial way of looking at it, the moment it's a topper's job like that. So it's not just at the school level, even if at the graduation level, college level, many people take a drop of years and prepare and pursue for this exam. Many come to know about this during their college years. Many come to know about this actually interacting with people on the field जब आप जब जाते हो, because there are people who do not know how to make a ration card. They have never seen a district magistrate office in their life. They have only seen AIS or IPS in the movie where Rajnikant is the IPS, I think Darbar or so many movies, or where Vijay is a IPS, or Salman Khan is IPS, things like that. So they have seen movie heroes as IPS. But honestly speaking, they might be inspiring on screen, but they have not seen the hard work and the dedication which goes to wear that uniform or be at that position of collectorate or any position when it comes to civil services. It's the kind of responsibilities they have in running the nation. So that is the criticality of the job. I hope this is pretty much clear. Or who these are certain eye-catching headlines which you must have heard or seen in your Google feed as well. Like shepherd's son gets word of UPSC success while grazing sheep. यूपीएससी में सीकर की रेखा का ये रैंक का नींद से कभी समझौता नहीं किया सेल्फ स्टडी का रास्ता चपरासी के बेटे ने यूपीएससी में सब हासिल की सफलता संघर्ष की कहानी दादा थे चंबल के डकैत so this is how reporters kind of put the stories again so that you need kind of a clickbait so that you can open the thing and read it but the hard work but the kind of dedication they have gone through is something when you actually start practicing or start doing it you will realize so So these are certain way where we get motivated about this service, this career, or this thing. Now coming to something about my initiative and me trying to help or me trying to mentor. Uh, I actually personally, as I mentioned, it's not just one exam or this thing which will make your life. It is your career journey, and I try to mentor for your best version. So I'm here for helping the person, not just for this exam, but for the life. Second, none of my, you will see any ad of any toppers or who have done this or what all that. I don't endorse because it is their hard work. It is not a contribution of any coaching institute or anything. It is that particular person's hard work. So I do not endorse any candidate or any outcome. I do run podcasts where I invite people but they are not necessarily my student or anything but they come to guide people and guide students just because I contribute while preparing or mentoring them. Then, if there are aspirants which they refer, again, I never, like they might say, but I never endorse. So you will not see like in any top of the institutes, the last 20 ranks, top 20 ranks from this institute, like that kind of advertisement. Nothing from my side. So, but it is not, but I'm sure you also would realize not one class teacher is responsible for your class 10th result. It is so many people, parents, so many people who would have worked together or contributed for you to be of that mindset so that you gave the class 10th and you, uh, you know, got the result. So it's just like that. It is not one person or one institute which can contribute. And it is up to you whom you want to feel validate that this is the person because of which I could this thing. So like that. I also feel that UPSC exam is not the life, and it's basically a live platform to serve for the public, and life is much bigger, and you will realize that there are many people who after 5 years, 3 years, 10 years of service leave the service altogether and do something else. There are examples. Many you would be also aware. So it is not just something I would say it for this you dedicate so much life. If you feel that you have done enough, you move on. There are so many things in life. But now that you have taken the decision, you want to appear and you want to prepare, then do it at your best. बहुत बढ़िया तरीके से करना है ना बेस्ट राइज अप टू द ओकेशन जितना बेस्ट कर पाए वट एवर इज रिसोर्स अवेलेबल वट एवर कोई कमी नहीं रह जाती ऐसा नहीं कोचिंग जाते तो कर लेते इफ यू हैव गॉन देयर यू कुड हैव डन दिस नो 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 डोंट लीव द एक्सक्यूजेस इफ यू हैव गिवन 15 months it is a huge time to contribute every day every second matters so the whole thing about my elevate eyes would be like firstly who I mentioned because I've walked the path I've been through every stage of the exam so that's the reason why I feel I can help you understand your background understand what the limitations you might have. Then seeing or interacting with many people from across India, there is a whole lot of challenges I understand, and I try to figure it out for you when we discuss one on one. And then many things also comes from the background we come. For example, English is not our uh, native language, but all of us are English medium people who are going to give the exam in English. So I coming from Odisha, you coming from Tamil Nadu, somebody coming from Bihar, somebody coming from Maharashtra. They first understand the question or anything in their own mother tongue. Once they understand the question in their mother tongue, the answer is generated by brain in their mother tongue. Then it is converted into English, and whatever English at that conversion happens is written or expressed in the answer paper. So imagine the process. So there will be challenge of how you express. So somebody, there are many times English and your own mother tongue will not have the same word. So this is why even our the pattern we speak English, it is not like the way there's an accent. There'll be heavy accent of your local language. Maybe today my language also would be coming in like that. So we all face those challenges, and some or other way, this is the reason our confidence is also low, because our English is not like a British English or the English in which we assume a successful student will have. So many times, and this is nobody tells us, it is self assumption and self way of to stay, decrease your confidence. So like these kind of things, we discuss each other in one on one and then try to overcome it, and then you see the impact and result. Things changes immediately. Any which way, civil services is considered as it was considered as the in British the contribution of colonial time. In British time, there were two kind of services. One was defense services. Second was civil services. So wherever they made colonies, टू लगान वसूल करना और ये सब काम करना और वहाँ का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देखना, टैक्स कलेक्शन, ऑल दैट थिंग was under the part of civil administration. That's why they were called tax collector or collector. Dugna lagan, tugna lagan, you would have heard of all those things, kind of thing. And going for wars, war between English and Maratha, war between English and French, all this war was defense services. So they were managed by defense services. So in the colonial time, when the crown took over as India's leading in after 1857 war, the structure was that it will have two stream of services. But ICS was there, and people used to go from India to London to give the exam, the civil service exam, and then qualify as civil servant. Brother of Rabindranath Tagore, Satyajit Tagore, was the first ICS officer, Indian origin. And otherwise, it was all done by British. In 1926, they moved this exam to India, and they called it as Public Service Commission, which is today called as Union Public Service Commission. From 1926 onwards, this exam was conducted by ICS exam by the Indian in the country. No more traveling to London. After independence, India adopted democracy, and it was considered as union of states or federal democracy. Which if your understanding is fine, अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो just for right now you think as if ki multiple states are there. There's a central government and there's a state government. So in that they created this Public Service Commission as Union Public Service Commission. That is, for central government, all the working staff will come from UPSC. So UPSC will conduct the exam of civil service. UPSC will conduct the exam of defense service, NDA, and then CDS, and then Indian Economic Services, then Indian Statistical Services, then like that many services UPSC will conduct. So this is how the exams were conducted. When it comes to civil service exam, it was finally defined that 22 services across India will be a part of civil service, in which Group A and Group B both will be there. They again subdivided that into All India Service and Central Service. What is All India Service? Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, and Indian Forest Service. Wherever the candidate or the officer serves as a home cadre to a state and serves as union to the union also, they were called All India Services. Some years in their home cadre, some year in the central duty. Wherever the candidate served in permanent offices like taxation, IRS, revenue service, railway police, railway services, postal services, defense estate services, so many other services, they were considered as central services. So like that, this thing happened. And then there were called state civil services, which had their own exam pattern. Every state has, we call it as PCS exam. So this is how Indian civil services were divided. So today we are talking about Union Public Service Commission's civil services, which is for center. So what are the 22 services we get eligible if we crack this exam? That is all, including all India services, IAS, IPS, and Indian Forest Services is a separate main exam. But then central services of IRS, IFS, audit and account, and so many other services. There is a whole list of services which is listed in the notification each year कि क्या vacancy है against each service on which this exam will recruit. Is it clear from here? Does everybody understand this? Simple. ये एक one line है. To serve in this job, you have to give an exam, and that is conducted by UPSC. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So I'll move ahead. Wherever you feel that you are feeling sleepy, just go drink water. That's what I can say.
Understood,
But
sir.
then I assume that many people are uh, first time. Okay, my voice is too low. Is my voice very low right now? Is it not better?
No, it's good, sir. It's good.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
So I am just seeing the chats. Okay. Okay, now we move on. Why this? What exactly these services do? What does service mean? Service means seva. The purpose of this job is to provide seva, to provide service. It is not a job of, you have targets to complete sales. It's not sales job. It is service of government. Whatever they give protection of constitution, under that whatever is provided, schemes, everything, that is all to be served to the citizen of India, people of India. So this is why it is called a nation building services. Again, it is the grassroots of administration. What is India? How do we define India? We define India as its people. But how are the people considered as a part of India? That book is called Constitution. Whatever the Constitution defines, that exactly you are. If you want to claim that I am in scheduled tribe or I am in scheduled caste, what is the word scheduled coming from? It is from the constitutional schedules, schedule number 6 and schedule number 7, or schedule number 5 or schedule number 6. There it is the tribes and category castes which are mentioned. That's why they are considered SC and ST. Whatever is that constitution is deciding that this is the people who are to be served, they need reservation, they need all more extra service, this is the freedom, this is general category, this is the fundamental right, this is the right how the government will form, rule of the game, कैसे democracy, how the democracy will operate. So, we will talk about it when we learn about the subject. But as of now, you would be understanding. We said, इतना तो स्कूल में पढ़ा ही है. By 26th of January, we become republic. Constitution comes in through the force, so that everybody who is the supreme commander of President of India, under which the structure come. Executive is Prime Minister. Legislature are all the MPs and MLA. And judiciary. There are three pillars of the Constitution. So don't worry if you are not understanding anything on what I'm trying to say. Only crux of this slide is to make what is India, to make what is serving Indian people is the job of this particular service, civil services. That is the reason it touches the life of a person. The value or respect is very high. ऐसा नहीं है कि दे आर मैंने if you are thinking that like the way the world has become, because you are IS IPS you will get lot of dowry, the value in the market will increase, all this thing is not the right motivation. Because I mean, that is a separate thing. But what I mean to say is the respect to the chair or the respect to the service is such because the poorest of the citizen of this country is able to access his or her fundamental rights under the Constitution of India because they are governed by people like you or who become the officers. So that is why it is very important. And this leadership or this also inculcates leadership. You will see young mind, young students, not students, young officers doing incredible work. Last year Kerala had a flood, and if you have followed in the newspaper, one young officer, they in their moment of whatever, with the kind of resource they have, whatever time they had, she saved the entire village. And matlab she is a civil servant, but she was also disabled, physically disabled, and she could mobilize people to come to the safe zone, call up the disaster response team, and save the entire village from being, because the flood level was such high that the entire level of the river got washed away in sea, the village. So there are certain things. There are young officers who have done incredible job in education, girl child, this thing, upliftment, then sanitation, Indore becoming the safe, cleanest city in this country, like that. There are so many examples. So how come those young minds operate? Because they are touched by the life of real people, real human, real society, like that. So that is the job, and with that kind of responsibility, you have to, create your own story. Each person's story, when you become an IS officer or civil servant, will be unique to you itself. You only understand. It might take one attempt, two attempt, three attempt. Forget it, even if you don't become a civil servant. But you had this dream of serving the people, that you can take care or take charge of it in different platforms. And definitely, you, what motivates or you drives you. What is motivation and driving? Today we have this session. If you are motivated and driven, you will take action. You will take some action against the motivation. If you want to, you get motivated to jog, run, or you join gym, you take an action. You join the gym, you go regularly. Is the result coming in 1 2 days when you go to gym or start running? Nothing happens. For 30 40 days, nothing happens. Everything remains same. In fact, self-doubt happens. Come on, yaar. Every day I'm waking up at 5 a.m. and going, what is this? Same thing here. Nothing is happening. But one fine day, suddenly, your t-shirt or your dress fits you lightly. You go, oh my God, there's a change. And then you feel more motivated. Nobody has told you anything. It is your effort now which motivates you. How did that happen? Because you are tracking your progress, your effort every day. You are wearing this t-shirt, you are going to gym, whatever you are doing, you are tracking it. And the day result came, you get self-motivated. Same is the way you have to consider this preparation. Nobody can help. If I tell you, go start study, your parents will shout, go study, go to library, go to do this. Will you study? You can open the book. You can see everything in the book, but nothing will go in the mind. Something else will only go in the mind. During my engineering time, we used to, I don't know how many of you do, but we never used to study for entire semester. Tomorrow morning is the exam. Tonight we sit with the book. We open the book and then we see that we are not able to remember anything. Then somebody says that from the last 10 years, these three questions are coming. Prepare it. So we just learn it for the sake of passing it. And Fortunately, answer those three questions come. So first we write the answer, then we write the steps. Because that was the way it was. Nobody answered or checked you whether you understood anything. No, that was not the purpose. But here, while preparing, that approach will not work. You have to understand fundamentally, conceptually. Only then you'll be able to tackle the other. And UPS is so smart. Every year, somebody was given the paper for 2 years will understand that each attempt they make it unique. You cannot say that UPSC did something repeated. Yeah, it was same paper. Yeah, you cannot say that. So it is somebody to experience. If you have never done so what I'm trying to say, it is going to be unique. Now coming to the three stages of the exam. They have created a stage on which, just like any video game you play, na? So in video game, stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four, like that with lives remaining. Here your attempts are remaining, and yours every stage starts from every time you fail, you start from zero. The first is the prelim stage, where all the people who have given the exam will write the exam. And there are two papers. CSAT paper these days is a very big buzz as if something great, tough. And then comes your GS paper. CSAT is qualifying in nature. Only if you qualify it, then they check the GS paper. And if you are shortlisted, then you come to the mains exam. Mains exam is a paper and pen based exam. It is the old pattern exam. That's why my entire preparation is old pattern. Okay. So I am not very good with the kind you are good with apps and all emoji. I am not good at that. It is a pen and paper, old pattern. Only thing is that PDF and all we use, we scan it and like that we will do because we are doing online. So there are 9 papers in mains exam. There are 4 GS paper, 2 optional paper. One option you have to take. There are paper 1 and paper 2 for option. And 2 language paper. One is English and one is any of the official language. And one essay paper. So total around 1750 marks of mains paper is calculated. And these marks is how your final scoring happens. It is very in depth. And today we will understand about mains also. The special episode is about that. Then comes once you qualify that, then they come to personality test. It's a 275 marks of personality test, and there you have a board. It is not a personality test or interview like you are a celebrity and reporters are sitting in front of you asking, sir, this is the question. No, no, no. In fact, you are sitting in the center and 7 people are surrounding you, and then they are grilling you or asking you or whatever it is. So the way you think interview is till today would have been different. Maybe in school or in college, whatever oral or interview, one-on-one teacher or two teacher. But these interviews are very different. So if you qualify that, and then the name list comes, final name list, calculating your means marks and personality test, and the category or whatever it is as per the government's this thing, and then the final list comes. So I hope that is the structure of the exam. That is very clear. And nothing of it I am saying it. It is a notification, or this is defined. We are very lucky that UPSC conducts every year exam. Since 1979, every year the exam has been conducted. Even in the COVID year, it was conducted. So that is what makes it UPSC a great thing, that her saal you can prepare and will give the exam. In state services, there is a challenge. Many times the court case will happen and the exam will stop, and for many years they don't take exam. So I am not the right person to talk about state exam. अगर कुछ पढ़ाई वढ़ाई, if it is about study, about knowledge and all, I can answer. But exam pattern and all that thing, that little bit different when it comes. But the same education, same study syllabus is there. But it will be more state centric when it comes to state centric. So when it comes to UPSC different, I mentioned you the calendar. There is a whole calendar when the notification start, when is the exam, when is the prelims, when is the mains, when is the interview. All things is a kind of a scheduled timeline. It chalta hai. And I mentioned you it's a 15-month kind of a cycle. Then your attempts, and then the exam is considered as the toughest exam only because of the success rate. Around zero point 0.1 or 0.001, that kind of people actually make it to the final list. So all of us know this is a very challenging funnel, but still we are preparing for it. Why shouldn't we prepare to be the best? That is my question to you. Don't prepare to fail. डोंट प्रिपेयर थिंकिंग अरे नहीं होगा यार मेरा, ऐसा मत सोचो। अगर ऐसा सोचोगे तो तथास्तु बोल देगा ऊपर वाला। अच्छा अच्छा सोचो, अच्छा अच्छा बोलो, बिल्कुल होगा मेरा। अगर आज तक मुझे कुछ नहीं मिला जिंदगी में, तो आज मिलेगा, अब मिलेगा। इफ आई हैव नेवर फाउंड एनीथिंग इन माई लाइफ, इफ आई हैव हैड ऑल द अनफॉर्चुनेट्स हैपनिंग टू मी, बट विद दिस एग्जाम एवरीथिंग विल टर्न, everything will happen good to me. Imagine yourself successful, then you will run to become successful. You have to feel, believe how it is. So, coming to conclusion of this particular part of the session, what are the success mantra? What is that? I have training so many or mentoring so many students for so many years. What is that is success mantra? And you have to just look within yourself whether you have it. If you have shown any of the incident in your life which can calculate ki, yes, I have done this, not just with the exam, any incident of your life which makes you feel proud enough. Maybe you became first in some dramatics or fancy dress competition or some another competition, but then you gave dedicated preparation to it. You understood that, okay, out of so many people I got the result. You were so convinced with your performance. Anything which makes you feel achiever. So these are certain rules, especially when it comes to the this exam. Consistency, having a routine, and it's like a marathon. You maybe 10 दिन का break हो जाएगा कुछ. If you are studying in college, you might be having your college exam, college assignment. If you are self study student, after drop year you might be having some challenges, some room problem, health problem, making food, doing yourself everything. If you're staying at home, then no, at home nobody is giving you spare time. They're telling कि भैया जाओ बाथरूम का सामान लेके आओ, चाय खत्म हो गया लेके आओ, like दूध लेके आओ. So many things are challenging. These are Indian home scenarios. So everything happens. Within that time, if you are able to consistently prepare and work, many people have to, everybody is not economically this thing. Many people have to work. Many people have to make their own responsibilities meet with that. And you will not the first one. There are people who have done this, been there, done that. There are people who are mothers. There are people who are married and then tried. So many challenges they have faced. But that is their own story. They have overcome it. That's what I'm saying. Consistency is key. Stay motivated. Now, you know what is the journey, which is the game. What is this particular thing, UPSC? So how are you going to stay motivated? Listen to toppers. What is their story? How they managed to. Many times things relate. Many times it works out. Somebody from similar to your city, your school would be there, would have figured out, faced the similar challenge. Girls have a tough time. Immediately 23, 24, Indian parents will like get married, get married, get married. Or you will find it very difficult. Nobody is saying anything. Some XYZ relative will start commenting, and then you will be irritated why they have, what is their problem? Why are they? What is their headache? My father is not saying anything, but why he is saying or she is saying. But the country or the society we live in is like that. They can't allow you to live peacefully. It will be always with friction. Then only sparks will come. No? We are a very bright kind of a society. Adopt and evolve. Changes will happen. Time changes, things changes. Many time I told you, if you're measuring your, tracking your process, you failed first time, then you realize, oh okay, I don't know, science and technology did not have much weightage. I gave so much time to study it. I should not give that much weightage to it. I should give geography more weightage, or things like that. Whatever you're learning, you do that. And final, believe in yourself. But if you don't feel you can do it, nobody else can feel you can do it. It is not magic. It is not miracle. You don't have to say, announce everywhere that, okay, bhai, hum ban gaya IAS, aisa nahi. Not like that. But feeling confident, believing in yourself, yes, I will be able to do it. I will do it. I can do it. I will go that extra path. I will do that. It is something self-talk, yeah, this thing. So you have your confidence is, there are people who go to the exam they had pneumonia, they had malaria, and they failed that exam. But next time when they gave, they were fully confident. No, I flunked because my body was not my body was not allowing me to. Still, I went for exam. So many challenge can happen. Many things can happen. Who knows? There are people, success story that one of the people was giving interview just 5 days before their mother passed. How difficult it is. to go in that scenario and open mouth. And it seems as if it's going to be sympathetic. But no, it is not sympathy. It is their hard work for which they achieved it. It is not sympathetic scenario. It is not a reality TV show like that, to gain votes. No, they have to serve as a career bureaucrat. So you need to understand. So this is the four mantras with, if you have exhibited any of these things in your life, so please consider yourself having it and do not worry. So what exactly they had with them? I analyzed. First, they had topic list covering the syllabus. They had the book list, which all books to read. They joined a test series. Even if self-study, they joined a test series somewhere to understand the pattern, the exam, the time within writing within the time, answering in bubble, all that kind of things. They didn't leave it for the last day. They practiced it. And then answer writing practice, handwriting, answer writing for GS paper, and they were updated with current affair. So did they read newspaper? Did they read? No, they did many things, but they were updated with current affair. Many people do not get time to read current affair, so they watch some YouTube series. There are people who are providing in YouTube, like current affair summary. There are some compilation by very good institute, Vision IS, and other coaching institute of 365 and all that updates are there. So they ensure that they are updated on current affair. That is the most primary thing. So if these five things are there with you, then you have all the toolkit to give this exam. Now I'm going to support you in this because you have registered for this. I'm going to give you the original notification of 2024. You go through it, understand about the exam, everything about syllabus is written over there of mains and prelims as well. Prelims में detail नहीं है, but you will understand this is the source from which everybody, that's the actual from UPSC. I will give you the book list written by topper. If you have them, fine, good. NCRT books, they will come from me in the daily email. I will be talking about that. But other books, which are like Lakshmikant for polity or Goching Leon for geography or things like that, you may have to purchase. You take a call if you have somewhere somebody giving you some copy or something. I don't know. But those are some books. I'll give you the list. Then a book which has micro topics for prelims, which is compiled by me. I will give you for a discounted price. Again, for mains, also similar. I'll give you show you the book, what it is, why you should have it in your this thing, and revision with MCQ ebooks. So, because we are writing pen paper, this thing will be there. So, this anyway, I'm going to give you as a part of attending this session. Apart from that, one-to-one session with me, 15 minutes. You can calendar schedule it, and I don't know how many of you, many people do not know to schedule calendar. You have to click the link and it goes to your calendar with the slots. You have to choose one slot and say yes, and then it gives a notification to me. So if it is mutually available, then I say yes, then it blocks the time like that. So you have to click those links. So all those who are watching the recording also, please understand, when I give you the lot of links, you have to first okay in your WhatsApp, only then the blue links are visible. So now this is what I am going to support you for attending this program. Now for somebody who was asking, ki, sir, I have nothing, I have no awareness of how to start from scratch. What am I going to do? So please consider, if you are giving this examination in 2027 or 2028, you have 15 months of time to complete your entire foundation program and do that. People who are going to give this exam in 2026, they have to create a calendar for yourself. And it is doable. It is practically doable. You still have 311 days with you when it comes to the next prelim exam. So we have to plan our day of study or things like that. But people who are giving right now in first year or second year of their college, and they are going to take time before they become graduate. First level of foundation is doing NCRT from class 6 to class 12th. Why NCRT? But UPSC has to give something which is available for all equally across the breadth and length of India. Available in Ladakh, available in Andaman, available in Gujarat, available in Arunachal. So what is that source? That source will be either government reports or school curriculum book, NCRT, which is also available over internet. For it is there, e-copies. So that's why even if you have studied in your state board, any board, there are still they tell you to study from NCRT. Then people who are in college, reading newspaper is a good habit. Go to your library or purchase a subscription. The Hindu is good for the. It is little difficult in English, but because the people who are writing it do it lot of analysis analytically, it is considered good. But Indian Express is also good. Times of India, I wouldn't say it is lot of too much of page three kind of thing in Times of India. But articles are good if you can stop yourself from distraction. Then okay, but otherwise, even the Hindustan Times, again, it is a lot of page three types. But if you can remove that and read, fine. But some newspaper to start off with, Statesman or the Telegraph in Jharkhand, Bihar, Calcutta. Note making. You have to hand because the exam is handwriting. You have to create a book and you have to write in note. In fact, I always feel if you want to understand, buy that A4 sheet printing sheet stack which is there, the printer sheet, A4 sheet stack, 250 rupees or 500 sheet or like that something. In that white paper, blank paper, you write and then put a punching machine, punch it and put it in a ring binder file. So you can update your notes with anything you come up around it. You studied something about, say, you studied something about India's population census, and 2024, 2025, a new statistics came about census. So you go to that particular note and update it. So you don't have to write in a different book because it is a ring binder page. You can open it and replace it with a new note or add on with a new note. And then play Kaun Marega Crorepati. It is a good place, like kind of game to make your GK awareness about yourself. The phase two will be books from the topics which I mentioned is there in the syllabus, also from the um, test series and test papers. And that you have to read, you have to do test series, you have to do exam, then only you will figure out मुझे आता नहीं मुझे पढ़ना है. And you need to have standard resources like I mentioned, Lakshmikant and all that. And then comes the level of answer writing, exam preparation, exam management. So these are the three phases of preparation of this thing. Now, wherever you are, you divide your time accordingly. Because if you are in college, you have to focus also on college. So there you might get only 2 hours a day. Now, maximum, say 10 hours in a week. So you decide your 10 hours how to do it. If you are in full-time student, so every day you might get 7 to 6 hours. Sorry, full-time student, full-time aspirant. Your family is there, you have family responsible, work professional. Again, you see in 1 week how much time you can, travel time, then your Saturday, Sunday, then, cut 1 hour of sleep and see how much you can figure out. So that we can decide on a one-on-one session how you can decide your time, and then you can create a tracker for yourself. That I will help you do. So these are certain things. Master your NCRT, develop newspaper habit, create smart notes, and practice regular tests, and maintain your health and discipline to stay consistent. For people who have failed prelims, mains, and want feeling that how to start, please, syllabus is your Hanuman Chalisa. You remember it properly. When you know you are a good aspirant, जब आप question देखो, when you see the question and you can say it is coming from geography, from geomorphology, on mountain building, like this kind of category of, if you know, then you know the syllabus well, where it has come from. Then your brain will track, okay, level 1 is in NCRT class 7th, level 2 is in NCRT class 12th, level more is in graduation level of this Savinder Singh book. Just talking in the name. Then you have to be very honest to yourself. I did not know the answer, I was guessing. I was saying ba, sa, da, like that, and in pin, septipin, in pin, out, get out. Like that I selected. Accept it. If you don't know and you have guessed it. So that's why I failed. Then when the failure happens, it is very tough to overcome. Why? First the world will give sympathy. The moment you get sympathy, you feel like let the sympathy be good. Bichara kar leta. Everybody wants to have a sympathetic view. But that is a very short term. After that, people will forget it. So you have to be very strong in mindset. No sympathy required. Why? Stand up again. You fall down, you stand up again. You fall down, you stand up again. No, nobody is going to clap for you. It's your job to stand. That needs a little mindset shift, willpower, and then feedback and things. This is for people who are restarting or have repeated the exam. If they have not tracked their preparation previously, how will they, what improve they will do? But now with me in the picture, we have to track every activity what we are doing. So these are certain note making stuff which I would say I'll take a separate series on that. And yes, CSAT is very difficult these days because people are trying to become mathematician, trying to solve the section which are coming tough, especially engineering graduates. They feel we should be able to do the quant. Oh, I love maths here. Still, maths is not coming. Ego wise, if you give the exam, then the problem will start. So one has to see that qualifying paper needs to be taken care well, and it needs a dedication one needs to. Now, this is the book I'm talking about, the prelims book, which has uh, micro syllabus to it also. So I also want to show you the book. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, in this book, this is this year's edition. So one is obviously about the prelims exam, various techniques to revise, how you do your daily revision, and what are subject specific strategies, what are the mnemonics and things like that, and subject wise topic checklist. Now this is major key. Now what happens is, this is where if you this is the entire topic I have listed after analyzing last 29 years paper. What are the topics that have come? So when you start preparing, you tick mark. Okay, I know about this, I know about this, I know about this, I know about this. I don't know about this. Let me read it from what Chat GPT, Google, whatever, which book, anything. Just internet. Okay, I read about it. So like that, I have detailed out syllabus wise for whatever static level syllabus and dynamic as per the question paper of that year, last year, like that. This one you must keep it, you must start it, so that whatever, when you have seen that the number of tick marks you have done, that means you're also feeling confident that I'm aware about it, I know about it, I remember. If I see a question, I'll be able to answer it. So that's the reason I'm trying to say that this is important to have one with yourself. So not messy. What happens is everybody will say UPSC means everything under the sun. Yeah, it is not like that. You have to have some preparation. So these are what has come, and if you have done this, definitely awareness will be very high. See, recollection will be difficult. Awareness will be high. Recollection happens with practice. So that is something is test series. But where to start from? कहाँ है? यहाँ है. तो people are पहले तो अपना they are unable to collate only what to start from. They pile up books, books, books. Books is not the collection. It is the topics. And you don't need books. Internet is there. YouTube is there. Chat GPT is there. So many tools have come to for you to help. So but the topic list needs to be there. No? So that's the reason I showed you that. Okay. Now coming to mains answer writing. Mm. It is 8:30 already. So before I start this, anybody has any questions? I can see 2 chats. Anybody have any questions? Are you going to give blueprint and yeah? So just wait for the entire session now, or if you are unable to attend, you see the video. Definitely, I'm here to help you and pattern it out for you. But if you ask that there is something which is I will give you and you will start following it, it is never going to happen. You tell ChatGPT to generate a planner for you. Planning is always there, but after day 3, everything will die because life is very dynamic. No Sundays are equal to Mondays. So that's the reason, but I will tell you what is my thought of doing it. But before that, let us, if you have any question, you can chat. And if you have to go back, because it's already 1 hour, but I'm going to take this session for another 20 minutes. Yeah, you have to purchase many books, many books. I'm going to share you the list of everything. You see what you have with you and what you don't have, and then you will, when I, all you just let me complete it, you will understand. I'm not telling you to buy everything right now. You go slow. It's like when you are going to complete it, then only like that. Don't create a library for yourself immediately. Many times this exam becomes, uh, I know. It's okay. Good. Chat. So I understand that, and you should take the help of it. You are all new generation people, but one needs to understand what is your ability. ChatGPT is searching from whatever record they have, like the ideal timetable. So, for example, if you take ChatGPT will say ki an average person runs 5 kilometers in 20 minutes. Accordingly, he'll say if I want to for 1 hour, for a distance of 1 hour, how much kilometer you have to run. So it will say 15 kilometers. But when you start running, you realize that first 1 hour only 3 kilometers you could run. Reality is separate and ChatGPT is different. But ideally, the human person should be able to run 15 kilometers like that. The day you become, then you are obviously man machine. You are artificially intelligent. So anyway, it is possible. It's not ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, but perseverance. Not first day doesn't happen. So I will take 10 minutes for this session, and then I'll come back to what is the GS Foundation plan and how it is going to help. So basically was this session all about like if you have enrolled and how it starts off. Okay. Now coming to this mains answer writing. Uh, Now, the whole challenge over many people happens is they write the mains, and when they see the scoring sheet, they see, oh my God, it's so low, so much poor marks I have got. What happens? Somebody who writes essay gets 25 out of 25 in essay out of 175 mark, something like that. So it's a very difficult way to understand how is UPSC marking. Why am I not getting the marks? So there is a big challenge. First and foremost thing is people who attempt the mains exam due to lack of practice are unable to complete the paper. Every paper, if you have not seen a mains paper, you can download it from the UPSC website. But every paper has around 20 questions. Some question has to be is of 15 marks and some question is of uh, 10 marks and some question is of 20 marks. So some question has to be done in 7 minutes, some question has to be done in 12 minutes. Only then you will be able to complete all the 20 questions. Now, many people, what they do is in this examination, when it comes to writing examination, they feel that they will pump the whatever they have read through in their prelims mindset with options A, B, C, D, they will pump such kind of uh, answer to the question. So we call it as content dumping. Why you dump anything? People in the UPSC coaching language, they said fodder, write fodder. Again, people write answers without any structure. They do not understand the question, what the question is asking. What is the demand of the question? What directive word is the question made? Elucidate, illustrate, explain. Every word has different meaning to it. Many times when they say compare or uh, comment or critically explain, what happens in critically explain, many people criticize. Critically explain and criticize, they are two different things. I hope you are getting it. If you are not getting it, when we do the answer writing, you will understand what I mean. Having no structure. If I tell you, if you ask me, sir, please, sir, introduce yourself, and I say, uh, I am 5 feet 7 inch, I am dark in color, and I am right now in Pune. I am right now, I was born in Odisha, and I was, what is this? No structure. What is that you're writing? Okay, my name is this. I have, I belong from that place. I have studied my education in this place. Currently, I am doing this. This is the structure. And that introduction will come in your image. Okay, this person is like this. So, lack of structure is first of all the reason why many people who check the answers find it boring to even check it. They just, okay, leave it. So, how will you get marks? You will not get marks. So, there are pattern, there is way in which things happen, and this comes through practice. Now, for example, a question came last time: discuss the significance of cooperative federalism in India. I don't know whether you have studied about it or anything. It is just trying to say that we have multiple states. In multiple states, if we are cooperative between each other, what is the significance of it in India? So, in answer, what are the keywords? Keywords question is asking discuss. What do you have to discuss? Significance, importance, or what cheese? Kis cheese ka importance? Cooperative federalism in India. So, an average answer will first define what is federalism. Then they will talk about how they are cooperating with the points. And then end with that ki this together union of unity in diversity or something like that and finish. इतना ही याद आएगा उस टाइम पे. But somebody who's understood the question well will first give the context. What is the context? And how did the state happen? How did the federalization happen? From the constitution. Then it will give the dimension. That what all area is the cooperation happening? What are the areas? How they have contributed? All that. Then they'll talk of integration. There they will talk about various judgment, various things in which it is showing that the union or union of state and things are working with an example. And that way it will talk about how center and state is good for the democracy to operate under cooperative federalism. ये सुन के तो उसका दिमाग खराब है, तो माय गॉड तो बिल्कुल सही लिखा है, बहुत बढ़िया लिखा है. But why did that person like that? Write in different way? Because he could understand what is the demand of the question. And this is where the art of writing comes into picture. So there are certain structure in answer writing. When you write your answer and send me, then we will discuss it. Then I will improve upon. And one of these structure is called IBC, Introduction, Body, and Conclusion. And another are, like as I mentioned, context, dimension, integration, or question, explanation, development frameworks. So when we have the answer writing workshops, we understand about each question and how to tackle and things like that. But answer writing is a science or an art because there is technique to crack, to write, to understand the demand of the question and deliver. So when I said that understand the technique or understand the directive word is the first and foremost important. So what are the directive words? Like discuss, critically examine, evaluate, comment, analyze. So what you should be doing when such word comes? When it comes to discuss, then present a balanced view with pros and cons, including multiple perspectives. When it comes to critically examine, analyze merits, flaws, and provide reasoned judgment. When it says to evaluate, assess strengths, weakness. See, if you have not understood the mains for yet, you are starting fresh. ये सब दिमाग के ऊपर जा रहा होगा ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. Let it just go for the people who are repeaters or who have written mains or are going to write the mains and watching this video. Maybe it helps them. Okay, if they are not doing something right, they may be able to get themselves right, because people are going to write mains on 22nd August. They still have a month to go. They can improve now also. So understanding these directive words are very, very important. It's okay. I understand. Just go with the flow for now. So I have also in the book, which is about mains, I've listed out all the directive words and what their meaning is to happen. When you do the answer writing, you give an answer to me and submit it in WhatsApp itself. I will evaluate it and send it back to you, and send a video back to you with video explanation that what you have done right and what you have done wrong, what can be improved. Now, these are certain example. I would say that because mm, the previous year questions are the key through which we understand the UPSC's mindset or pattern or topics, how they treat it. So these are certain areas which is very, very favorite of UPSC. So abhi to I don't know, because I see many of your first timer. You will study about it, understand about it, and then you will be able to have an opinion about it. So, but I have assuming that people who are watching it are repeaters also. They or would have practiced writing. They would understand how they have dealt with. So if you submit with the answer which you have done for this question, I can help you answer, assess it, and make it more clear rather than talking right away, just like that. It is all about writing and experiencing. So I'll just skip that part. So the whole story about answer writing or this is understanding the demand of the question, the directive words. Then from that, you see what can be your IBC, introduction, body, and conclusion, and create a flow of your ideas, thoughts. So that is what is the key takeaway on today's mains answer writing specialty. So if you have any questions you want to, which you have written and want to get it evaluated, you can do that. For more, for example, if you don't want to go through any of the workshops and you don't have your time, you can have this book where I have in detail explained uh, about the uh, what do you call this answer writing. Again, I will share it. This is as a bonus only, will go to you at a discounted price. So in that, if you see, I have structured it in such a way that how all these techniques, how do you plan your from the prelim state of result to the main state, how can you plan your each week, score improvement strategy, integrating current affairs and various frameworks, how do they operate, how you can improve. This is an actionable book. So you will get a lot of insights that what you need to do from today onwards when you want to prepare for mains. And that uh, is what this is going to help you in. If you, I would say only when you're writing when your mains ready, only then you will find it useful. नहीं तो otherwise ऐसे खाली collect करके रखने में कोई मतलब नहीं है. Always try to see that whatever book or whatever notes you purchase, you at least read it once. Otherwise, it will just go in dump, save as in some document, some folder, and then forgotten. So don't itna bhi, So I just showcase the book for the people who feel answer writing ka bhi time nahi hai. They can easily go through the book and learn and improve their structure. तो ये तो सारे structure about answer writing, and something on that GPT also will help you in these things. What GPT cannot do is your uniqueness. As I mentioned that, uh, practice से आएगा. So I cannot say anything right now. Right now, whatever if you submit it reading from GPT to me, also it will be very right. I will also be very impressed. But then you have to write on your own in the exam. If AI is not going to come and help. Hence, this entire examination is more of a self-study game. But I feel a self-study under mentor guidance is very important, because self-study, because you have your own routine, you have your own pattern, you have your own this thing. It is very difficult to create a classroom kind of environment in today, that you go for class, travel so much kilometers, sit on a class and write, come back, and the entire day feel that whatever you have done in the classroom is the study. You again have to go back, study everything. Self-study has to happen. So for self-study is the primary thing. You have to study on your own. Understanding ability sometimes, because these are all class 10th kind of level, sometimes you understand, sometimes you may not. Wherever you may not, you may get a help from YouTube, or you may get a help from any mentor. So having a mentor will help you to, I'm not just talking about me, but anybody who you feel worthy, because see, vibe has to match, or somebody has to understand you. Otherwise, it's very difficult. All that thing I thought, and I created this daily study plan in which I felt that each day, if I give some study activity from NCRT, starting from phase 1 of NCRT chapter for prelims and mains, you will be able to spare around half an hour and 1 hour time and complete it. Slowly, slowly, in 10-15 days, you will, like a snail walking the path, you will complete so many things so considerably that your fundamental become stronger each time. So this foundation program will have only thing which I have to give right now. Every chapter comes to you, but I will be supporting you with a 50 days tracker, where the what are the questions, what are the chapters coming or lessons coming for the next 50 days, so that you are aware that okay, these are the questions, these are the number of questions, how much I have done, how much I have got right, how much I have gone wrong. All that kind of tracker will be given to you. And slowly, slowly, every month, 30 days after, you have to give one full test. Like that, for this program is for 15 months or 60 weeks. And it will consider, it will have your GS, your CSAT for prelims. It will have mains GS paper, and it will have also help for interview. And every month's current affair would be given separately to you in a separate mail, as like that. So where the revision MCQs and uh, you know uh, assignments would be given for you to complete and get it checked. So these are all free. Why I'm saying free? Because many people have shown that financially they are challenged, this, that, all that. So the question is, if it's given free, will you be able to dedicatedly do and show with dedication? What matters is that if you are able to do that, fantastic. Do that, and it is good. But is it enough? There is no question. There is no something called enough. If you have this thought that कि एक किताब पढ़ने से आप IAS बन जाओगे, then it is not like that. The syllabus is static and dynamic, so nothing is enough. You have to every day learn, every day improve. But this is an approach which is very structured, which will keep you consistent, disciplined, motivated, and whatever success mantra I mentioned, with that it has come. So this program will include at every stage, which will also enhance your capability to study each time. And every monthly, once Tuesday, second Tuesday, you have a one-on-one session, and that like that. Current affair is monthly. Once you will get current affair in a separate mail, where MCQs and whatever session is there, I will share with you. I'll also show you how the mail looks. Uh, if you have not yet enabled, you have to first fill the form. The link of form is there in your WhatsApp message. Once you fill the form, now you will get something like this. You have to go to your spam folder and check that Elevate has confirmed your subscription. Once you click this, please confirm your email ID. Only then your welcome to mentor email comes to you. welcome from mentor, and that is the first 0 day mail which comes, and from that day onwards, next day 5 a.m. daily mail comes. So what is the daily mail? Actually, I am talking is the IAS daily study. So, for example, this. So every day you will get a video lesson. Okay, this is a YouTube. You click it, it opens in YouTube.
Hi.
And then you will have chapter notes. Now, this is PDF notes, but my understanding is I tell you in the proper this thing, you read those notes and write in handwriting in your own book. Then this is the chapter, direct chapter of NCRT, which is the chapter you can download and keep it for yourself. This chapter we have completed in this session. Then there is a revision practice MCQs. And if we CSAT topic would be there. If current affair would be there, like here session September 2024, then hand out anything like that. So this is what comes in each day. And I'm asking only a 1 hour max uh, for the first 60, 70 days, so that your basic NCRTs are complete and things like that. If you have any doubt, you can click in WhatsApp or feedback to me. I respond to you on WhatsApp or email, however you click it. So this is the daily email which comes. This is a self-study tool. तो अपने टाइम पे इन योर ओन टाइम इन योर ओन थिंग यू डिजाइन एंड स्टडी. देयर इज नोबडी इज बाइंडिंग यू विथ कि 7 to 8 क्लास होगा, क्लास मिस हो गई, क्या करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. एवरीथिंग इज हियर. स्लोली स्लोली विल पाइल अप एंड लर्न इट. सो दैट इज अबाउट the daily plan which you saw in your WhatsApp. I hope you got it now. Yeah. The problem with the mails I mentioned in the starting, you have to save the email ID study@reviseforis.com in your contact. Otherwise, it is going in promotional, it is going in social updates. Any category Gmail puts it. Until unless you don't save it, otherwise spam में जाता है. I can't help it. I tried my best, but we cannot do anything in that. So you only have to save it. But every day 5 a.m. you get. So you join today, your day one starts now. So everybody has a different day one. So it is up to whenever it started. This program started since last November. So there are people who are already in a different zone. But for everybody, the thing is 2nd of Tuesday when the common doubt clearing session happens. If you have filled in data of doubts, I compile it. I take the session. I take the session about this thing. So this is about the daily plan. Now, for you who have joined now, for them, the I would say, if you are somebody who is appearing for 2026, you see that you are able to complete your foundation NCRT by July or mid of August. Then, by October, November, you complete your optional, writing answers and writing in both optional and this thing. And from once you fill the form from in 2026, then I think wrongly it is 2024, 25, 26. The next year, February onwards, you have to prepare for prelims. At least 4 months is required for prelims dedication. So this year, next year, January 11 will be the notification, and I think exam date is on 24th of May 2026. So that would be we have to design accordingly. UPSC website is the most consistent website to take information rather than YouTubers and secondary books or something like that. Please go for UPSC exam itself. Previous years of paper are available there. Answer keys, cutoffs, everything is available there. Toppers real mark sheet is available there. You can check directly if you are inquisitive. All details are there in UPSC. They are the primary source. So, if you feel demotivated ever, कि क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं जिंदगी में, so there are 3 steps. First, open up the notification or the previous year question, read them. Second, in 30 minutes, try to write why, what am I doing, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, who am I, what am I doing. If there is no connect which you feel that has happened with you, then आपके प्रयास का कोई मतलब नहीं निकलेगा. If you are able to find out and figure out, yes, बार बार human brain will get distracted time and again. So it is to bring them back to the order. And then your schedule is the first step. So this is what I would say. All this core material of NCRT and all you will be getting in this daily plan, no problem. All the standard material you may have to purchase. I'll share the list, you can see that. Apart from that, I also conduct holistic workshops for your mind matters, if you believe in the universe, manifestation, finding yourself calm, anxiety, if you're, because this is also the youth, you're filled with aspiration, and many things affect your thought, mind, and which may be helpful, may not be helpful. We have to weed them out. How we do that. And also प्रोकास्टिनेशन, कल से करूंगा, मंडे से करूंगा, अच्छा मुहूर्त निकाल के नारियल फोड़ के करूंगा, ऐसे करके वी मूव ऑन आवर प्लान्स. तो हाउ टू बिकम एन एक्शन टेकर, these kind of workshops will be there, will be invited if you are a part of the community. FAQs में one of the most common questions, sir, is it actually free? Actually free. See, it is free. Every day you will get the mail, whatever committed on the mail, you will get everything. What is paid is the mentorship. That mentorship is a different thing in the sense it is something, as I mentioned in the presentation also, that somebody to guide you throughout the 15 months. But essentially it's a self-study program which you can do on your own if you are motivated and if you are well, focused. But if you need mentorship, and there are certain ebooks and all which for that you have to purchase if you want to. Nobody's pushing you. There are practice workbooks. There is something to make you more, upskill, extra effort डालने वाली बात है. Then comes question like, how do I choose optional? Choosing your optional, if you have not yet chosen, I would tell you that look at the list of optional and see which interests you. If it's your grad subject, fantastic. बहुत अच्छी बात है. If you're an engineer and you feel that you cannot do it, don't do it. Go for subject which interests you. This humanity, society, travel, because there will be a lot of preparation content also available, and something which you enjoy about, like that, like story writing, or you are enthusiastic about society or psychology, things like that. You will feel once you enjoy it, you will be able to do it much better. And the content should be also available, that you can purchase and write the books, reading material, or test series like that. For people who have study, when balancing their study and work, I would suggest let's have one-on-one and with your daily schedule once in your hand. Observe your daily schedule and see where you can sneak out time. Then only you can be understanding कि एक हफ्ते में मैं 10 घंटा निकाल सकता हूँ, मतलब एक महीने में मैं 40 घंटा निकाल सकता हूँ. Like that you have to plan. How much time is enough? Yeah, everybody has their own capacity of learning. There are very quick brains who can immediately learn it, and there are brains which takes a lot of time. All of us are diverse in our brain capacity and learning. What matters is not the learning, it is the recollection and writing the right answer in the exam. That is what it matters. So even if you have learned small amount, but you have learned it 100%, anything comes from that, you will be able to answer still well. But if you have tried to learn everything and your recall factor is very poor, 100% पढ़ा होगा बट वो याद ही नहीं आया, तो क्या लिखोगे आप, ब्लैंक आउट हो गए. So there is no one straight answer as such. But I feel if you start enjoying the subject or curiosity about India, why India is like this, how do we make our foreign policy, why did the government decide like this, what this bill is meant for, all like that, and you suddenly become love for the country comes with that purpose, and you understand story about the country. So these are certain questions which came to me for this session from these people. I hope I have been able to answer them all. And if not, please let me know. These are, yeah, these are also the questions. But I think the presentation considered includes every answer to everything. Apart from that, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will now stop the stream and recording, and we can have an answer, question and answer. Thank you for attending, and please utilize your one-to-one session, and let us have, let me help you to, and I'll talk about the mentorship plan over there. Thank you.